Tonight on Southwest Local News. A man has been sentenced after taking 2 emu chicks from the wild. The Great Australian Pigeon Race will hit the skies this Sunday for charity. Local council is reminded to rules in place when running for state seats. And in sport, District League's first semi-finals kick off tomorrow.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Liam Fitzgerald.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. The Victorian Conservation Regulator has reminded the public it is illegal to take wildlife from the wild without authorisation following a court case this week. A man has been sentenced after taking 2 emu chicks from the wild in the southwest back in 2024. The Portland Magistrates Court heard the man remove the first chick from bushland near Haywood after believing it had been abandoned. He kept the bird at his home for around 2 weeks but failed to provide appropriate food or seek veterinary treatment when it became unwell. Sadly, the chick later died in his care. About a week later, the man took a second emu chick from the wild. He's been convicted and fined $2,500 this week after pleading guilty to wildlife and animal cruelty offences. The Great Australian Pigeon Race will hit the skies this Sunday. The event will mark 100 years of the Warrnambool Racing Pigeon Club. It is also raising funds for the Southwest Healthcare Prostate Cancer Detector System appeal, helping that target of $115,000 to be reached. Warrnambool Racing Pigeon Club's Kevin Ashworth is excited about the race and the good it's doing.
I just see what birds come in, what place comes in, see how the birds actually do. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, this is the best way to celebrate our 100th anniversary and, given that we're going to reach the target, it's going to be great. It is a good cause for men, yes. I mean, it's going to affect every single man one way or the other. Every single family will be affected by it in some form. So, the ability to be able to catch it early, it's going to be great for some families.
And Southwest Local News is wrapped to be a major supporter of the Great Australian Pigeon Race, and we look forward to broadcasting the results live from the Warrnambool Racing Pigeon Club on Sunday night between 7 and 8 p.m. Looking forward to having you along for that. Corangamite Shire councillors with their eyes on higher office have clear instructions for what they can and can't do to not interfere with their service to council. Corangamite has a clear policy on this issue, which remains in place going forward. The policy includes not using councillor platforms or resources in the quest for the state or federal seat. The policy reinforcement comes ahead of the state election this November. No Corangamite councillor is yet to nominate for the election. Councillors Jamie Vogels and Joe Beard led the charge to support the policy.
I think it's good that councillors do put their names up to run for state and federal government, but they must clearly separate the two roles, and I think this protects the integrity of council with this policy and makes sure ratepayer monies don't go into funding their campaigns.
This policy's been informed by numerous other policies that we adhere to, whether it be councillor code of conduct, the model code of conduct, which is the MAV, obviously, the Local Government Act. It's a way of protecting the role of a councillor first and foremost, so there's no inappropriate behaviour. Of course, we're not wanting to take away the fact that people can elect. It's their prerogative, but we also want to protect the role of their duty as a councillor as well. So it's important we have this policy, but it's been informed by a lot of references to get to this point. It's good to know that there's no changes signalled.
Member for Western Victoria, Sarah Mansfield, has voted against a report on a waste to energy inquiry, despite being on the committee who prepared it. Ms Mansfield sat on the Victorian State Parliament's Legislative Council Economy and Infrastructure Committee, which tabled the report. The issue of thermal energy was what caused Ms Mansfield to present a dissenting minority report. Ms Mansfield told Parliament this week this was the first time she had taken such a step.
I do fear that many will potentially be disappointed. While the majority report here contains, I think, a good summary of the concerns and evidence that we heard, ultimately is my view that the findings and recommendations fall well short. The problem for me is the premise of the report, which accepts that thermal waste to energy is a part of Victoria's waste management system, and so it focuses on how we can tinker around the edges and better regulate the technology rather than taking issue with the technology itself. And I think this flies in the face of the overwhelming evidence received by this inquiry from experts in waste, environmental management and public health, as well as hundreds of community members. It is the Greens' position that thermal waste to energy should be removed from Victoria's waste management options, and that this government should do so because we believe that it is their duty to adopt the precautionary principle. And not only that, take heed of the established evidence that demonstrates that there are known harms from thermal waste to energy, not just to human health, but to climate, to ecosystems, and the strong evidence that it will harm our efforts to reduce waste and implement a genuinely circular economy.
South West residents relying on unemployment payments are falling behind, according to Australian Council of Social Service. A research paper shows unemployment payment has fallen so far behind the pension it now amounts to only 68% of the payment. The age pension receives $600, while unemployment payments are made at $409 a week. In the 1970s, JobSeeker and the pension were paid at the same rate, and by the early 1990s, JobSeeker was still around 90% of the pension. The pension is now 60% of the minimum wage, while JobSeeker is 40.6%. A new street library with a focus on supporting adults learning English as an additional language has been launched at Pecton Park in West Warrnambool. The Pecton Park Street Library has officially opened at the West Warrnambool Neighbourhood House. It will provide a place where anyone can take a book to read or leave one for somebody else, as well as a range of books for the wider community. The library has initially been stocked with 20 English as an additional language books across 4 different reading levels.
Yeah, so out at West Warrnambool, we've got the West Warrnambool Neighbourhood House Street Library. So it's only just been launched. We had a great crowd here, about 100 people. We had school groups here. We had students from South West TAFE that are learning English. We had other community members that have really been involved in wanting to get this happening. And it's all about having something available 24 hours a day, if possible, to for people to come along and check out different sorts of books. We've got English as an additional language book as well, like plenty of things that you can get started with your improving your literacy and just joining in something in community.
Warrnambool City Council has released the Bushfield-Woodford Draft Strategic Framework Plan for comment. Road safety, walking and cycling connections and improved wastewater management are included in the plan. Warrnambool Mayor Ben Blaine says the plan has been shaped by community input. Feedback can be made on Council's website and at a community information session to be held at the Warrnambool Library on September 9th. Submissions close on September 27th. The Hooked On Portland event will return in 2027 in a slightly different format. The event has been held over 2 days, but that will be condensed to 1 day in 2027. Hooked on Portland will be held on January 23rd and will be run in partnership between the Glenelg Shire Council and the Victorian Fisheries Authority. The Fisheries Authority will lead the planning and delivery of the 2027 event, with the Glenelg Shire Council continuing as co-host and providing financial, operational and promotional support.
I have high hopes for where this event can go in 2027. I am disappointed that the event has been forced to be scaled back for financial reasons, because it was, as it's been stated, it was unsustainable. We just couldn't keep spending that kind of money every year for this event. But I'm hopeful that in future Council may be able to look at other revenue streams to maybe bring it back. But for now, I'm happy to second this motion to bring this event to Portland again next year, and that this council is trying to be more financially constrained to bring our budget back into a better place.
A popular place to visit for locals and visitors will be closed for up to a fortnight. Griffiths Island in Port Fairy will be closed to the public from August 31st. The closure will allow contractors to complete maintenance works on the island. Works are being expected to be completed in time for the return of the short-tailed shearwater colony later in September. Well, one of Warrnambool's biggest stores is getting even bigger. Harvey Norman in the city's east is doubling the size of its electrical store. The renovation is a major step for the store, which has been part of Warrnambool's business landscape for almost 3 decades. Works have begun on creating a new space with completion expected around August 2027. And that's all in general news. After the break, we'll return with sport and weather. Back shortly.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and VFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
Tonight's sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back, and first, making news in sport, the Warrnambool and District Football Netball League is hoping to back up a big opening week of finals with a successful semi-finals round this weekend. On Saturday, Timboon will host the second semi-final. The action will then move to Dennington on Sunday for the football and netball first semi-finals. League President Larissa Barkley was thrilled with the flow of the first weekend of finals with big crowds attending.
Yeah, we've had a cracking fun start to the final series with so many people through the gate yesterday. Sun's out shining, and again today for our day out at Allensford. We've had some amazing, very close games across both our football and netball. So through on our Saturday yesterday out at Old Collegians, we had 7 of our 10 teams covered off, and today out at Allensford we had 8. So across football and netball, all of our clubs are still represented across the first week of finals, which is absolutely incredible.
The drought is broken and the Timboon Demons are now hoping to get on with the job. The Demons defeated Merivale in the elimination final last week, their first finals win in 8 years. Now they face a tough task against Russells Creek on Sunday in the first semi-final. Creek are coming off a qualifying final loss to Noranda, and with ruckman Jordan Dillon out with a leg injury. The Blues will take its good form into its second semi-final clash with Allensford tomorrow. Old Collegians will be hoping its momentum can continue into the second week of the Warrnambool and District A-grade netball finals. The Warriors defeated Caloranurat in a hard-fought elimination final win last Sunday. This has set them to meet Allensford in the first semi-final at Dennington. The Cats pushed Merivale last week but fell just short. Merivale will play Noranda in the second semi-final. Koroit will head into the 2026 Hampden Open Grade Netball Finals with its eye on back-to-back flags. The Saints' first hurdle will come tomorrow when they face Warrnambool in the qualifying final at the Cobden Recreation Reserve. Koroit defeated the Blues by 20 goals when the teams last met back in round 12. In the elimination final, Cobden will take on Port Fairy at the Melville Oval up in Hamilton. The Bombers made the finals after a tough start to the season, losing their opening 3 games. Certainly plenty of football and netball finals action this weekend. That's all in sport. Today, overcast and cloudy conditions reaching a top of 16 after the break. We'll return with the full forecast. Back soon.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
As pet owners, we understand that pets are a cherished member of your family, fully integrated into your life. They are with us in our most important moments and share in our milestones. Resting Waters Warrnambool Pet Cremation is committed to delivering a compassionate and respectful service to assist your family through their grief. Resting Waters Pet Cremation, honouring your pet for their lifetime of love and devotion.
Aqualife Pet and Aquarium is the most unique pet store in the southwest. Where else can you purchase beautiful hand-reared birds like cake parrots or red-tailed black cockatoos? If birds aren't your thing, then maybe it's the bearded dragons, the pet snakes or the stingrays that interest you. The team at Aqualife Pet and Aquarium have the knowledge to keep your pets happy and healthy for life. From rabbits to exotic tropical fish, reptiles and birds, there's no place like Aqualife Pet and Aquarium.
B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. Cloudy skies predicted over the weekend with low chances of rain with temperatures warming for Monday. Now let's take a look at the forecast. Tomorrow in Port Fairy, a top of 15 with partly cloudy conditions. Sunday also expecting 15, cloudy and a chance of morning fog. Monday, temperatures up to 17 degrees, clouds clearing inland to Mortlake 16 and partly cloudy for tomorrow with morning fog. Sunday 16 with a slight chance of a shower. 17 for Monday, partly cloudy with winds northerly. Across the Camperdown and Colac, fog forecast for Saturday, a top of 15. Also 15 expected for Sunday with partly cloudy conditions, winds southwesterly. Monday, cloudy with a top of 16 degrees. To the coast and Port Campbell, 15 for tomorrow with a chance of morning fog. 15 again for Sunday with a shower or two predicted. And 17 for Monday with cloudy and no rain. Back west to Warrnambool, 15 to start the weekend. Partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers tomorrow. Sunday, also expecting daytime temperatures of 15 with lows down to 8 degrees and 17 for Monday. Cloud clearing with temperatures due to rise into Tuesday. That's it from your Southwest Local News team. Thanks for tuning in either online on the podcast or on 3Way FM. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand at southwestlocalnews.com.au. Until Monday, have a safe and happy weekend and good night.